Welcome, everyone, to another episode of The Asylum with Harley and Joker. Well, I'm Harley, and there's no Joker tonight, but I do have a special guest. Let's bring my special guest on tonight.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right. You have me. I am not a Joker, but I am a sport cat. How are you, Harley?
I am good. How are you tonight, Glenn?
I'm doing well. You know, it just hit me. I should have asked Yerg's Radio if we could go live on their channel. I'm sure.
Well, we'll have to do that next time.
Yeah, we'd be live on 3 things. So, yeah, we can do that.
Exactly.
Just audio. So, yeah, I clicked that we would go live on the Para Our Normal Guys channel. So, welcome to everybody. A special edition. A scary one with Queen Harley. So,
well, tonight's episode, we are talking about the 17 of the scariest urban legends. Some of these are a load of, well, because, well, they are, but like, once we go through the list, you'll understand. And we have a couple clips for you guys too. Also, I have to find that one. The one of the disappearing hitchhiker.
Oh, yeah, you need that one.
Where did she go? I swear I sent that to you.
I don't know. Where did it go? Hold on to me.
Okay, I will find it. It's here somewhere.
I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Chicken jockey.
Uh-huh. I'm just going to play silly sound effects and be stupid. And for anybody that's tuning in from my channel, I will be giving you an explanation of my long absence in the near future because, well, you know, it's
been an interesting couple weeks for you.
Yes, it has. It's been really bad. Yes, it has. Yep. Okay, I'll stop playing. Whoa, wait a minute, wrong button. So see, when you see me again. So I will be back with a regularly scheduled Para Our Normal Guys. What else do I do? Sportcat Daily Gazette, and I do something else. I don't remember, but I'll be back soon, probably in another 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. So, but for those of you in the know, you're in the know. So, hello, Decoy.
Wow.
You didn't expect all this from me, did you? You didn't. Yeah, I'm on fire. I haven't been on stage in a while, so I'm on fire. So
it's all good. Okay, there we go. I've got the vanishing hitchhiker video ready when it comes to that time. Hello, Decoy. Thanks for joining the Asylum.
And can I pimp my channel and ask everybody to go over to the Para Our Normal Guys, Para Our Normal, 3 words, guys with a Z, and please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Hello, Decoy. How are you?
Okay, so before we start, guys, I'm gonna throw up our content warning.
Oh yeah.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Whoa!
Because you guys know how it is on the Asylum. If we don't offend one person, we didn't do our job. That's why you are in the padded room.
Yeah, I've been here many times. Many times.
Okay.
But, you know.
It is what it is. Okay, let's start our show off with
information. I have full-size balls.
Our first one. It is the hook.
The hook.
The hook. I mean, I don't.
Don't leave the hook.
The hook, you know, I was reading up on the hook, and one that I thought, because there's several different versions of it, but the coolest one that I thought was where then they got to their destination and the hook was lodged in the door. So I was like, did they jerk his arm off?
Well, apparently they found that a serial killer had escaped from a mental institution right before getting slashed to death.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, our dude almost lost his life. So he always leaves his hook hanging anonymously in the car.
And do you know where this started from? A Dear Abby, of all places. Someone in the 1950s emailed Dear Abby, rest in peace, Dear Abby, and said that if you're interested, I pulled it up here. If you're interested, you will print this story. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it doesn't matter because it served the purpose. A fellow and his date pulled into their favorite lover's lane. You know, they were going to do a little hanky-panky, but they were going to listen to the radio a little bit first. Well, all of a sudden...
Probably some Delilah.
Some Delilah, yeah. All of a sudden, they had some information that there was breaking news. So, wait a minute, I got a sound effect for that somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I don't. And so, anyhow, there we go. There's a breaking news in there somewhere. So, as they're listening, they got kind of frightened and started to drive away. But when the boy took his girl home, he went around to open the door, because that's what we do in the South. We're Southern gentlemen. And he saw a hook that was lodged on the door handle. And the lady said she will never park and make out again as long as she lives. So I feel sorry for her dates. So
basically, he just left the hook in the door handle, but didn't murder them or anything?
Well, it depends on which story you get. See, they were right in the middle of it, and then there was other things happening. There was... No, that's a lightsaber. Hold on. Different sound effect. What do you do when a boss jock goes mad? He didn't have a gun either. He just had a hook. Whoa, that's a lot of guns.
Wake up! You just finished your order, you lazy cow. Hurry up. Fuck off.
Whoa. What's my stuff?
I mean, I don't see. I mean, okay. I guess if I was in that situation, I was in the car getting busy, and then I get out and there's a hook on the car, I'd be kind of curious to what the hook was there for. Was the person watching me do this?
Well, I mean, maybe he should like stand on the windshield and just watch it and just dive through and just.
I mean, that'd be more scarier than a hook being put on your door handle.
What, a person watching you while you're.
Hey, that could be kind of kinky.
They love pedophilia. They love devil worship.
That's right.
Okay, our next one is...
Everybody loves the Hook. It's not Captain Hook. So Captain Hook was not only a cereal, it was a band.
Our next one is Tiki.
Tiki Tiki.
Apparently this legend hails from Japan and involves the spirit of a young woman who was tragically cut in half during a train accident. Apparently the top half of Tiki Tiki's body can be found wandering stations in the evenings, and legend says she'll cut you in half if you run into her.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the pictures, well, that's not her.
Well, it started in India. So. Yeah. It started in India, of all places. So, yeah.
I mean, it is kind of creepy.
No, wait a minute. That's Nali Bar. Sorry. Wrong one. I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. Yes. She was cut in half by the train. And they say that at night in the whatever Japanese train yards, you can see her crawling towards you. That would be even creepier. Her crawling. She's got her Sith between her teeth and she's crawling with her fingernails.
Yeah.
I have a sound effect for that. I could find one, but I don't have one. So.
I skipped Nalia Bar. We'll go back to her.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong one. Wrong continent. We're in Japan, not India. Sorry, my bad. So. Okay,
so we got Nalia Bar next.
Yeah.
But she was before. It's an Indian urban legend involving a manipulative spirit dressed as a bride who manipulates people into letting her inside their homes. But once you open the door, you're toast.
Yes. So, and when you open the door, whoa, we disappeared.
That's not her. Weird. did those pictures go
So,
of her?
so if you open the door, you're toast. Yeah. You're not supposed to open the door. And supposedly, this actually has some real base to it. They celebrate this in India on April 1st of all days. And
It's kind of creepy, though. Why would you want to open your door to let that in?
Supposedly, it means Nali Bali means come back tomorrow or come again. Because come tomorrow. And they write it outside on their door for safety because it goes back to the plague days when they didn't want visitors because they didn't want the plague. Or maybe they had the plague and didn't want to give it to them. So they wrote on their door, Nali, what is it? Nali Bali, come back tomorrow. So come tomorrow. So, yeah. And now India celebrates it every year on April 1st. So
April Fool's Day, they celebrate
this
fake bride.
Is that kind of creepy? Yeah, supposedly she's looking for men and she wants to know, do I look pretty? And then you better answer right, because if you answer wrong, well, you're going to be effed up. So she's going to slash you. She's going to cut you and just cut you right up. So
next we have the infamous Rat King.
The Rat King. That's got to be a New York City thing.
Well, it is. Okay, so I know this is true. In New York, the rats get their tails get all tangled up together to where it looks like this big glob of this.
Yes.
Oh, the rat. Huh? So it has a name.
It's King Rat. Yeah, and apparently it is an actual true thing. So,
that's not really an urban legend, because the rats get all tangled up in New York City, and you get that big pile of rat.
Yeah, pile of rat, and they say it could actually happen to squirrels too. To me, that would be
scarier than the rats.
Yes. I don't like squirrels. I have a history of squirrels.
Squirrel!
Yeah, I'm not a fan of squirrels. So
my daughter isn't either.
Do you remember where they make up two stories and one real story? Make up two fake stories and one real story. No, I don't remember that one.
That must have been before I was born, because I don't remember it.
I was before you were born. So. We should do a show on the monkey's paw. Have you ever heard that one?
No, I haven't.
That one scared the shit out of me as a kid. It still creeps me out.
Okay. This one will make you not want to get a roommate, this next one. So this one is one of those stories that gets passed around from friend to friend and likely very untrue. But here's the deal. Once upon a time, a college student comes home from a party and sees her roommate lying in bed. No big deal. That's ordinary. So she goes to sleep. But when she wakes up the next morning, she sees her roommate's throat has been slit, and the words, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the lights?" are drawn on the wall.
Yeah. Now, when I was reading on this one, I actually thought of that real case where, was it Utah, where the guy killed the whole dorm room or something, and he was still in there. One or two of them came, and none of them called 911. They're like, "Oh, she's just sleeping. Yeah, blood pouring out of her throat. She's just sleeping. Nothing to see here."
Must have been high or something. I don't know. Because I'm sorry, I see someone blood gushing out of him. Yeah,
I'm a paramedic, and even I freak out at that. So,
wow. Okay,
you're not supposed to be doing that.
Blood's not supposed to come out like that.
Yes. Hey, you might survive. I'm not sure. So,
oh
no. Whoa.
Oops. Wrong one.
Whoa.
Chupacabra.
Whoa.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
That's what that reminded me of. It's true. Does the joke keep you this entertained, or am I just being a jerk? So
no, you're good.
Okay.
So the next one is about the vanishing hitchhiker. So I have a little clip for you guys on this one. And I saw this clip like a long time ago. And I don't know if it's an actual true clip or not, but It's interesting. Okay, let's share this clip with you guys.
Estou farta de andar de carro. Esta merda parece tudo igual. Estou farta de ver a mesma estrada. Estou a enjoar.
Corra lá um truque.
Ah, pronto. Olha, para.
Eu ainda
Gotta
vejo
watch
para vermelho, mas
closely.
tu não, mas digo já.
Consegues ver? Pá, deixa-me deixar conduzir a fazer e para vermelho. Deixa lá.
Qual de duas câmaras
Isso é
dos
isso
olhos?
para o próximo filme.
Não, pois, quer dizer, mas isso depois tu treinas sozinho, estás a ver? Já vais ver que estamos quase a chegar.
Já disseste isso há não sei quanto tempo atrás.
São 20 km, mas 20 km na serra não são. Não é uma coisa que a linha reta, não é?
Não é estas
Cheira ali.
casas aqui.
Vê lá essa placa. Que é-
As casas,
Não,
esta
vou
merda está
oficial.
completamente desabitada.
Calma.
Não, vai em frente. Sem dúvida nenhuma.
Ah, olha, tu não gostas comigo, David?
Não, vá, ok. Ficas aí, estou a avisar. O que é que pode acontecer? Olha, gota já há pouca. O máximo que pode acontecer.
Mas é um bocado chato, não sei. A gente devia. Pá,
Meter que é bom. Não tens que voltar para Sintra, meu. Isto é melhor não falharmos mais, meu, porque se falharmos mais, eu não sei.
pá, se calhar desligavas a câmara e estavas com mais atenção.
Foda-se, não é lindo.
Vai.
Não é lindo tu depois vês esta merda, meu.
Liga.
Então, mas está ali alguém, meu.
Olha a minha vizinha.
Okay, here's
Vizinha.
Estou a gozar, estou a
here
gozar.
comes.
Pá, se vai parar,
Rapariga.
ela está aqui sozinha.
Estás parvo, ok? Continua,
Tá bem, ela
Tiago.
está aqui
And
sozinha.
you gotta listen closely and read what she says.
Ouve lá.
Para, deixa vir, já que. Pode ser jeitosa. Não sei problema. Deixando.
Boa noite.
Get in the car, little girl.
Boa noite.
Onde é que vai?
Onde é que vai?
Está bem, pode vir? O carro é teu?
Não há problema nenhum.
Ah, siga.
This is why you don't pick up
Então, estás bem?
hitchhikers right here.
Sintra.
Eu fico já ali à frente.
I've never picked up a hitchhiker in all my life.
Vamos.
Então vai.
Not even she was that hot.
Então, o que estás aqui a fazer estas horas, pá? O que estás aqui a fazer estas horas?
Pá, ela
Seems
está um
like-
bocado incomodada com a câmara.
Está melhor desligar esta merda.
Sure, this isn't one of those videos where they picked a girl up and give her $50.
Nope.
Oh,
Just watch.
Aconteceu alguma coisa?
I'm watching.
Estás com essa merda ligada outra vez, não está?
Pá, David,
Desliga lá isso.
mas tens a certeza que estás bem? Não queres beber nada? Há ali água? Hã? Há ali água, queres beber alguma coisa? Está tudo bem?
Water. Here's a sip of ecstasy, little girl.
Estou a perceber o que é que se passa.
She's trying to understand what
Diz-me lá o
happened.
que é que eu vejo. É assim tão.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Sim.
Ali ao fundo,
Oh, that's not good.
foi ali que eu tive um acidente.
That is where I had the accident
Oh,
and died.
that's horrible. I hope somebody called the police.
Hopefully, but
No, you got the wrong
if-
number. This is 912.
if they're out there by themselves and driving, nobody knows they're there.
What was that movie where they went into the woods that was so scary and they filmed it with like just little cheap cameras? Something witch.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I couldn't watch that.
Blair
movie because-
Witch.
Yeah, it used to make me want to vomit because how much the cameras was doing this number.
Oh my god, yeah. And everybody's like, "It's such a scary movie." And I'm like, they
It
made
really
on like
wasn't.
They made it on like $100 budget. What the hell? So, yeah. Well, there's a lot of myths about the hitchhikers, and there's even one about a truck driver that picks up a hitchhiker, and then he lets the hitchhiker out, and he stops and gets something to eat, and he's like, "Well, I wish she'd have came with me." And they're like, "Who?" And he describes her, and he's like, "Oh, you picked up Maud. She was killed in a truck wreck on a Friday night." It's like, so there's lots of these variations of stories. And even Jim Morrison of the Doors had one. If you listen to riders on the storm closely enough. So he picked
I
up.
mean, it makes you not want to pick up hitchhikers, which you shouldn't. Okay, in all reality, you probably shouldn't because you don't know if they're serial killers or if they're out, what's going to happen. But if you do, be careful. To each their own.
I don't think I would pick up a hitchhiker, not even if she was hot. So no, I don't think I would.
I mean, because that's how most of like murder stories starts. The hot chick, I picked her up. She was standing by the road, and she tried to cut me.
Headlights were on. Yep, but but I have never, as a paramedic, run a call where a hitchhiker killed anybody. So
okay, so our next one, I honestly don't know how to describe this one. So it says the spider bite is an urban legend about a spider bite, which swells up and bursts, revealing millions of tiny baby spiders in the womb. So basically, the spider's supposed to bite you and then lay millions of eggs inside you. Then the wound pops and all these little tiny spiders come out and use you for food.
I'm kind of creeped out by this. I can't. No. Spiders don't do that, but there is what is it? The botworm. The botworm can land on you, and it plants its larva, and it grows inside of you. Yeah, not a fan.
No, pass.
Yeah. So I think they're all from the CIA. So. But yeah, the botworm is an actual true thing, but I don't think spiders do that. I think just the botworm or the bot fly, and it leaves its larva, and it's like a little worm, and you have to pull it out, and it's disgusting and gross. And you ever watch that show, Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yeah, like I've seen some nasty stuff that she.
I can't do it. I've spent too many years in the field looking at that stuff. I can't watch it. I've seen previews or other people watch it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Very much pass right there.
Yes,
okay, so
hard pass. I'm out. Not for me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Now my husband likes watching stuff like that. Like he'll.
Ooh.
Yeah, he likes watching them pop the pimples, and I'm like, that's nasty. Why would you want to do that?
See, Mrs. Sportcat, she watches these shows where how to kill people and get by with it. So I'm kind of concerned.
I watch shows like that too.
Oh God, that's what am I doing with all of you women? I don't know. It's
okay. So our next is La Llorone. So I think I got those pictures mixed up, but I think this was supposed to be La Llorone.
Oh yes.
Not that one.
No.
But this one and this one. Okay, so La Llorone, she is particularly folklore, which originates in Mexico and is about a mother named Maria who threw her children into the river. And my co-host on the Mod Squad, Felix, talked about this on one of our episodes of the horror show once. She threw her children into the river and realized that her husband was unfaithful, she immediately regretted the impulsive act. So the legend says that if you lurk around the river after dark, you come across her welling spirit trying to get her children.
Yeah, no.
And if you lay upon her eyes, she'll bring you death.
Don't most women?
We're not all that bad. Thank you very much.
Well, see, but this story started because a man was unfaithful. So now all women want to kill men.
I always tell my husband, all of women's problems originate from men. Mental illness, menstruation, menopause. It all starts with the men.
You may actually have a point there. Hadn't thought of that. Huh. I don't even have a comeback for that one. Yeah. So, When I was a young lad, I had a guy tell me once, he was retired FBI and he was district manager for where I worked. And he said, son, I want you to know one thing. I was like, yes, sir. I figured, FBI is going to give me some solid advice. He goes, women are evil and men are stupid. If you live by that mantra, you will be fine. And I have found most of my life that every time I get in trouble, yep, that's pretty much what happens. So.
Okay, so our next is the famous Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. And actually, I went sidetracked on this one. There's an actual time mirror or something like that where there's a special mirror where you can look into, like, put them together, and they call them time mirrors, and you can see back and forth. Anyhow, go ahead. I went down a rabbit hole. Yeah, Bloody Mary is a scary one. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
we had a guest on one of my shows that he said that they were kids playing in the closet and did it, and like all the clothes suddenly come flying off of the racks down on them, the hooked, the clothes on the hooks, and then they close the door and they hear something knocking, trying to get out. And he's like, so I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm not tempting fate.
Wasn't there? Okay, so like, wasn't the story? Hold on. I know there was a story behind it.
It's got to be a woman. So.
It was something like she lost her child or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, I went down a time travel hole on this one, but on the side note, it's a pretty interesting morning cocktail.
If it's made right.
Yeah, I like a little jalapeno in mine. So,
okay, so apparently the legend is you go into the mirror and you say her name 3 times, and she's supposed to come out to you covered in blood. But growing up, I remember like there was a story where her child.
I think it actually stems from the Catholicism. And one of the queens had several miscarriages, and apparently she may have died from them. I'm not sure about that part, but the legend is that if you look in the mirror and say this, that she will appear with her dead baby in her arms.
Yeah. Well, it says in the 1800s, there lived a young girl named Mary. An illness washed over the place where they lived, marking people dropped dead after a short period of time. When physicians couldn't find the pulse, or when they put a mirror under their nose and seemingly dead, that might not have been the case. They might have actually still been alive. So they came to check on her, and they didn't find nothing. So they put her in a coffin, and she was laid there in the coffin, the grave, to die, and she was buried alive.
Yeah.
That's one of the stories.
Yeah. And if you say it, she comes out of the mirror and haunts you and terrorizes you and eventually kills you. So, not a fan.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Mary, you can stay bloody over there. So.
Yep, I'm good with that. She can
stay on that side of the mirror. Stay on that side of the mirror. Just don't come after me.
I mean, like I've heard where it was the queen who had so many miscarriages and died from one of the babies being born, and she's trying to find this baby, so she's coming out bloody looking for this baby. But either way it goes, any variation of the story, it's still creepy, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, whatever it is that comes out of the mirror is, whether it's a witch, a ghost,
whatever variation it is.
Yeah, it's probably not good. Yeah, it's probably not good.
Yeah, that's one of those things growing up I would never do.
Or have you ever been to the point where you're afraid to look in the mirror?
No.
Okay. So, because I know people that actually are, that like they won't look at a mirror in the dark. Like, you go to the bathroom and you don't turn on the light. It's just like they won't look in the mirror.
Hello, all our viewers. Comment along.
Yeah, come on. We could like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. So who knows?
Follow us on the asylum also, because we do giveaways In October, we'll be doing a giveaway for a one-of-a-kind skull.
Skull?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, that's creepy. I want
My
one.
friend Lisa makes these. I've got this one that's Harley, and then I've got a Ghostface one.
School. So make a Deadpool one.
She can. She's made Joker has a Joker one, and then my friend Amanda has a Poison Ivy one, and then she's done a Walking Dead one here recently.
She'd have to do a Sport Cat one.
I'm sure she could. Okay, so next one on our list is the infamous Chupacabra.
Yeah, the Chupacabra.
The scary ass looking dog, fish.
Yeah.
Cat. Some pictures it looks like a fish dog.
And it's usually always in the Latino areas of the world. It started in Puerto Rico, and then apparently it swam over to Mexico, and now it's snuck across the border. I mean, hell, everything else did. So why didn't Chupacabra? And it attacks people, so and drains them. It's like a four-legged vampire.
Yay!
It drains you of all your blood. So
that's what we need. A four-legged vampire.
Window, what's up, my buddy? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Chupacabra. I get a bunch of pictures in the mail from people circling things and going, "What do you think this is?" And I've had people send me pictures of like mangy dogs and go, "What is this?" It's
a dog that has mange. Go take it to a vet.
Mangy dog. It's not Chupacabra. So.
Take it to the vet. Get it treated. It's dying. A dying dog.
Now, Wendell, I'm just doing a special show. Harley, her full-time host, is on vacation, or she killed him, one or the other. I'm not sure. And so she asked me to come on. So
he got sent to a different padded room today.
Oh, so yeah.
He's on restriction.
But don't worry, Wendell. I'm going to be coming out with a video soon explaining my absence. So I'll probably be in a padded room when I do it. So
okay, our next. Well, this one. It's Glenn, the Goat Man of Maryland.
The Goat Man of Maryland. Funny enough, that is from Prince George's County, Maryland. And that is a real legend, and that people believe that it is a real thing. It's the Maryland Goat Man. Yeah, it's one of the ghosts of the DC area. There's actually quite a few DC ghosts and haunts and stuff, but he's an axe-wielding half goat, half man. So yeah.
That one kind of looks like a dog man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, supposedly in Maryland, Prince George's County, they found decapitated animals. That was timing. I'm not going downstairs now. And so it was described as a half man, half goat. And God, I'm just reading this tale, and it's a disturbing tale of a decapitated dog named Ginger. And my dog named Ginger, and she barked. Yeah, they said that the Goat Man goes around taking.
He used to be a scientist.
Yeah, don't they all used to be something, but yeah.
Until an experiment involving goats turned him into a goat, and he started murdering everyone with his axe.
Dr. Stephen Fletcher. Yes. So
interesting.
He was trying to do the fusion of human and animal DNA, and apparently he created Goat Man. And Goat Man is immortal because he's been around since like the 50s, and he's still kicking today. So he's immortal. So,
well, haven't you been around since like the 50s?
No, I'm not that old. That's Wendell's age. Come on now. No. It's a massive hairy entity that's 6 feet tall, walking upright, that's immortal. Yeah, not a fan of that either. So,
well, it kind of does sound like you, a massive hairy entity.
But I'm not from Maryland. I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm across I'm across the Potomac. I'm over with the Mount Vernon Monster. So
No, the goat man is Jeremy.
could be. He's in
That's
Maryland.
why he's
isn't he?
disappeared. No, he's not in Maryland. He's
Oh.
in another M state.
Oh, okay. But yeah, supposedly it's
Harley,
still
do you
around.
have a autograph picture of Dr.
Kevorkian?
No?
You should have one. We can make that happen.
Yeah, no, that's Twisty the Clown from American Horror Story. That man is the nicest man I've ever met. And then, well, that's Matthew Lillard, and that's the lead singer from Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my picture.
I know I need to check on that again.
It's okay. I haven't been home in like 6 years, so.
But no, I actually met the guy who does Twisty the Clown at Mad Monster in Arizona a couple years ago. He was on Walking Dead too.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Not as a clown though.
No, he was like a guy who was a hippie living on his own on a compound of his own.
Okay.
Yeah, but that guy was nice, and like he's really nice guy.
After like season 12, I got a little tired of The Walking Dead. I was like, haven't they killed them all by now?
I stopped watching after Glenn died. And then so like I was doing the Walking Dead show with the Mod Squad, and then I started watching it again, and then they kicked me off the show because I was not enthused to be on the show. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I the night that Glenn died, I got like 5, 6, I don't know, text, email. People are like, "Are you dead?" I'm like, "What?" And then I went and I saw, oh, that. Okay, so yeah. But from that point forward, Negan was my man. I am a Negan fan. So
I have him when he was younger.
Yep. I love Negan. He went from a gym teacher to a guy that hits people in the head with a baseball bat. Hell yeah.
I didn't care for him when he was younger, but as he got older and started becoming more mature, and like he aged gracefully, very gracefully.
Yeah. Didn't he in one of the Batman movies, wasn't he a cameo Batman in like an alternate dimension or something?
I think so. He might have been.
Yeah, I think there was him and what's the other guy that does a lot of the superhero movies that's kind of creepy. Oh man, I can't think of his name. Kick-Ass, the father. Raising Arizona. What the hell is his name?
I don't know.
The hell, that's gonna drive me crazy. He's a star. He's good in everything.
Our next one is Mothman.
Nicolas Cage, that's who I was thinking of. So, and a lot of people talk about Mothman that, it appeared right before the bridge collapsed, and they say it was a warning, but I've heard other people say that it was an angel. But everybody that's come in contact with the Mothman has an alternate life. Like, it's not normal. It's almost like they've been picked up by ET or something. I've had several guests, and they say that if you see the Mothman, that your life has changed, that you're forever changed. So, but yeah, it's a tall winged creature with glowing red eyes. Yeah, like a human. Ugh. So, yeah, and it was right there before the bridge collapsed, and I think it was West Virginia, wasn't it? Yeah, and
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Some people say it's a bird when they've seen it. Others people say it's an angel. I heard one person say they thought it was a pterodactyl. Mothman is one that really perplexes me because there's not a lot of sightings, but when they do have sightings, it's from people not connected in multiple areas. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no explanation. Maybe it's a natural phenomenon because something bad's about to happen and an angel appears and like waves, "Hey, stop."
So if you see a Mothman, prepare for something bad to happen.
Exactly. Your life is going to be changed somehow. So
Not necessarily bad or good. You just be different.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is Glenn's favorite,
So welcome.
Bunny Man.
Bunny Man. Bunny Man is actually from the county I grew up in. And Bunny Man is an actual
Look at that little
thing.
creepy.
Yeah, yeah. Bunny Man is an actual thing. So what had happened was it's from, like I said, my part of the country. It was Clifton area, and supposedly a man in a rabbit suit was seen wielding an axe or maybe a hatchet, I don't know. And he was on top of the overpass you just showed there, and he jumps down and apparently kills people. And he makes appearances on Halloween night. Now,
That's some creepy shit.
Fairfax County Police have not confirmed anything. There is a mental institution nearby. There has been a murder, but this was back in the 50s. It was close, but they've put no correlation. Every year, though, they have to have a couple hundred officers on detail at that bridge to direct traffic and control crowds because of the number of people that show up waiting for the Bunny Man. Every Halloween night. It's like if you live in Northern Virginia, you're like, I got to go see if Bunny Man's going to pop up. So yeah, but Bunny Man is an actual real thing. I don't think it's never been confirmed that he is who he says he is. You know, he's a murderer, but there's all kinds of stories. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's just one of those urban legends. Northern Virginia, outside of actually Washington, D.C. area has a whole spooky aura of its own. So
well, that's like Ohio. There's so many areas here that is extremely, extremely haunted. Like there's a town that is haunted. There's a bus in the town. Like nobody lives in that town anymore because the whole bus died, and it's creepy.
Yeah. They've even went as far, researchers, this is just my Fairfax County side, went back and did research into the Lorton prison, or it had like a prison in a crazy farm to it. It was an old place.
Oh, we got that here too. It's Mansfield Prison. That's haunted as hell.
Lorton prison used to house all the criminals from DC. DC didn't want them, so they sent them over to us in Virginia, and it's all torn down now. It's a golf course. It's a disc golf course. It's a park. It's no longer there. They totally leveled it because of all the bad things that went on there. So, but supposedly,
wouldn't that not make you want to not play Frisbee golf on the place? Because what if you go there and you bring back something evil with you? Because they did tear down the area that these spirits were in, so they're haunting that area.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree. It is so funny. They have went to great pains. Fairfax County has. I mean, they have like completely made the ground level. They want the grass.
I mean, haven't they watched The Exorcist?
And yeah, they went out of their way to try and make that history go away. But Lorton Prison, it's was there and it was a thing.
That's like Poltergeist. The movie Poltergeist. They demolished the cemetery and rebuilt over it, and look what happened.
Interesting story. My grandfather worked there as a guard and shot a guy. So.
Wow.
I can't tell the rest of the story. I don't know the family. They may be watching. So
okay, so our next one is the Black-Eyed Children.
Now this one creeps me out.
So reports of black-eyed children panhandling their way around the country have been around since the 90s, which, judging from this list, that's pretty creepy. Verdicts doubt whether they're vampires or monsters, but they have made movies about it. So I'm going to show you guys a little trailer of this movie coming. Well, that is or has come out. I'm not sure which one yet, but of these little creepy black-eyed children?
I think they're alien.
17 children disappeared. No investigation, no press. God have mercy on us if they all decide to turn against us one day.
I've just arrived here.
Oh,
Where the hell is everyone?
They are hiding
Hello?
and watching. Just wait and see.
Are you from the cam guys?
cool guy.
It's very wrong here.
I was proud of what this place had become.
Whoa.
It goes beyond all we're able
See, they're
to
saying they're
understand.
aliens there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It suddenly got dark in my attic. I don't understand why.
So all it says is 2025. I'm not entirely sure if it's come out yet or if it's coming out. But it looks pretty creepy.
Blow their heads off. I have a right to protect my property and my house.
That's right. Stay away from me, black-eyed children, people. I think they're little aliens. So, whoa, my studio just magically lights up. That's crazy.
I mean, if a little kid comes up to me with little black eyes, I'm gonna kick him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna punt the little kid away from me, and then I'm gonna haul ass the other way.
No, I'm gonna say I got 357 reasons. I can't find the sound effect, but I've got one. So, damn it, where's the sound effect? Oh God.
They call them dumps.
No,
big,
that's not
massive
it.
dumps.
That's not it. Oh, it's a skeleton. Why is the machine gun sound effect a skeleton? Yeah, forget it now. It's pissed me off.
Okay, our next one is the Slender Man. They have,
you know, that is kind of creepy. Now that I'm looking, there's something. It's one of them UFOs. So they're coming to get me.
What is in
They
your
love
window?
pedophilia. They love devil worship.
Yeah, well, you know, I
It
ain't
looks
intending
like
to,
your lamp.
but I don't have a lamp.
It's the UFO coming to get you with them little black-eyed children.
Oh, that's the downstairs kitchen light reflecting up. I think so.
You hope.
As soon as I get
Okay.
home, first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Yep. So that's what I tell
there's-
the black-eyed peas, black-eyed children, whatever they are.
So there's many, many stories of the Slender Man, and they've even made video games about this creepy ass guy.
Nope.
But here's the trailer for you.
Nope.
My son is tall and skinny, and I told him I'm going to dress him up like the Slender Man for Halloween.
Where is my daughter? People don't just disappear.
This movie was creepy as hell. Oh, your room just got dark.
It gets in your head.
They're coming for you, Glenn.
Virus.
Probably. Whoa. He broke her.
Okay. That was weird. It just stopped playing.
Whoa. What is going on in that movie? All over.
Here he comes.
Nope.
Don't think that's a laughing baby there.
No!
Well, that's not coming soon. It's already out. So it's a creepy movie, guys.
I'm gonna come.
Well, yeah. Have you seen I think it was like from a Ring video from the thing walking down the street in like California or New Mexico or something.
Yeah, there's some have you actually gone through and watched some of those creepy ass doorbell cam footages?
Yes.
Like we on the asylum, we actually do a show for just those footages right there.
It's funny you say that. I thought about doing that, like reaction videos to some of them, because some of them are kind of cool and others you're like, what the hell?
Especially the ones where like the person's trying to get the woman in the house to come out so that they could do whatever. Those ones are scary.
I've got a short on my stream of an Amazon driver pulled up in one of my family members' driveway deep in the woods of the Appalachian Mountains. And this guy does not fit into place. We'll just leave that right there. And the way he opens the door, he looks around and then he looks at his package and he gets out and he runs back to the truck and he looks around and he holds his phone out the door where it slides the door closed to take the picture of the delivery. It's like, what do you think's going to get you up there, dude?
I've got a show coming up here in a couple weeks. There was this court case where this girl, she got out of her car. It's a road rage one. Okay. She got out of her car and she just went to trial for this and they found her guilty. She got out and she went to the car that was at the light and she diarrheaed all over the hood of the car. She leans forward, points her ass at the car and diarrhea
over the
front of the car.
Yep, they caught her too. Yep. Yeah,
so we're gonna do an episode on her here soon because
wow. Yep, my radio show on the Thin Line Rock Station, I did that as one of the police stories. So
I was like, wow,
that's brave. I mean, that's just brave.
Just out in public and just.
But do you know if you're out camping, Wendell, you might need this at your age. If you have a trailer hitch, it's an adapter you put on your trailer hitch. It makes it a toilet lid. I mean, I would assume
that's different. That's not going out on diarrheaing on someone's car.
Yeah, no, this lady was like in Baltimore. She's like in inner city. Yeah, she's in actually, I think she's in New York. But yeah, I mean, what the hell?
She was in like where there was a lot of people around
yeah,
her.
And she was like waving at people. Like, look at this.
As they're recording, she's like,
oh, yeah. No.
Okay, so back on topic. Our next one is the killer in the back seat /
big massive dump.
Sorry.
So, oh my. You've heard some version of this story before in your childhood as whatever it is. Okay, so, but here it goes. A woman is driving home alone at night. Suddenly, the car behind her starts driving erratically and flashing its high beams. Understandably, she assumes she's being stalked and rushes home, getting her car safely into the garage so that the car behind her can't follow her in. And it turns out that there's a man crouching in the back seat, wielding a knife the whole time, and the driver behind her was only flashing his lights to try to deter him from attacking. I've heard actual stories, true crime stories of this shit right here.
Yes, it's got like the hitchhiker thing. Yeah, absolutely. So, and if you ever want to do a funny 911 show, look up the one.
We actually will. That's on an episode coming up.
Look up the caller. It's in the East Tennessee mountains. I can't confirm nor deny I have any knowledge of this, but somebody calls 911 and there was a dead deer in the road. And so they picked the deer up and they put the deer in the back of the back seat. Well, the deer wasn't dead. And so he calls 911. It's just got, I'm going down the road and in my mind, in my own, it's just great. Yeah. So I encourage you to listen to it for no other reason than it's silly. I have no knowledge of anyone involved with it. I will say that. So I cannot.
Well, then look it up and send it to me.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, because it's funny as hell, and it's from here in East Tennessee, and it's a true story. I'm going down the road. I'm in my own motherfucking business out of nowhere. I need an ambulance.
Those are the pictures of the Slender Man.
Well, at least he's dressed nice. So, here, kid, want some candy?
Here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to swap my headphones real fast.
Oh, okay. Well, you take the time to do that. Wendell said that next week he's going to be using one of those portable potty things. Wendell, please do not video it. If you do, send it to Harley. So
no, I don't want videos like that. No, I'm good.
yeah, not a fan of that either. But so, well, when you go camping, it's doing it in the woods is just awkward in general for us humans. We're not designed to do that in the woods.
You might grab some poison ivy or some poison oak, and
I have a camping mate that holds it until there's like no absolute way he can possibly hold it. And he goes, it's a true story. He goes into the woods. He's also ironically from Tennessee, takes his pants completely off, bends over and launches like a rocket and like hits the trees and stuff. I mean, like upper leaves and stuff. And he's like, then I'm happy. Like, all right. We may have been camping at one point in time, and that happened right along a trail where a family was walking by. But,
oh my gosh,
that's a very large bird. It's not a bird.
It's not a plane. You know, there was actually a incident where these customers were in the Starbucks parking lot, and a plane was flying over them, and then it released
its poo.
All over the top of the cars.
Yeah. Pilot pushed the wrong button.
All over the cars.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, that is all of the scary urban legends we have for you guys.
Well, which one was the scariest to you?
Probably the Bloody Mary because of the whole story behind it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'd actually want to say Bloody Mary into the mirror and have her call him out. Or even the one with the guy in the car, but that's not really scary. That's just a true crime story right there.
Mine is probably the Bunny Man, because growing up, being that close to it, it was a thing. And they were like, it's a man dressed like a bunny that's going to cut you up. And so Soul, she's one of my greatest fans. So thank you, Soul. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please like us. Nobody else does. So,
well, they like me.
Yeah. So, never mind. I got pissy with your co-host. He said the only reason people watch my shows is for my co-host, because they're all hot. They don't watch it's not for my talent. I have nothing to do with it. So
yeah, I don't think that's true, but
no. But yeah.
On a different note,
let me ask you this, because there's an urban legend starting right now as we speak. And supposedly we're getting a solar storm that is like a category 5 solar storm. It's like a category 5 hurricane coming barreling at Earth. And it's going to hit us at a slow pace between tonight and through sometime Tuesday. And they rate these on a 3 to 5, and currently it's a 3. It's going to go to a 4. Well, in some areas, it could be as much as a 5. Now, the urban legend is that if you're out and you're looking at it at the wrong time, that you can be disintegrated and nothing left but your bones right there, just from the radiation coming down at that moment. This is I swear to God, there was a weatherman that posted this on his page. And I was like,
yeah, but they can't even predict the weather, right? So
it's true. So I think tonight I'm going to get a big mirror and I'm just going to go lay out in the yard naked, point it north. It's got to be at the northern lights and just see what happens. Play the odds. Hell, nothing else worse could happen to. Oh no, don't say that. But I've had a run of bad luck here lately. Chris, about time you showed up. He says he put it on sunscreen for you. Are up north where you're in. Did you see the map, Chris? You have the skull in your state. I'd stay inside tonight if I was you. Maybe
I'm in Ohio and I can see the northern lights pretty good, so I might not go outside.
Yeah, you might. I think you're in one of the skull states. Yeah. This weather, he put little skulls on the states where people are going to be vaporized. So I cannot imagine working on an ambulance or fire truck tonight. The number of calls they're going to get.
And the crazy calls they're going to get.
Yes. But there's already craziness happening because apparently just before we went on, we had a terrorist attack and a person set other people on fire. I'm not sure how you do that, but yeah. So yeah, the crazy has already started.
Okay.
I don't get it. So yeah, there's going to be lots of craziness for the next 48 hours. So if you're feeling a little off, put some garlic around your neck or.
Well, that would explain why my son thought he could run down the stairs.
He just missed the first 5 steps.
We're sitting in the living room and all we hear is thump, 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 thump.
Oh. Then he went to the ER. So
yep, took him to the ER and broke his clavicle.
Yeah, that's a hard bone to break too. So.
Well, no, they said it's really common with kids his age to break their clavicle.
Yeah, because their head's still bigger. So yeah, you're probably is true. The soul says it's better than sucking. Depends on what. So
I mean, and like it's a little tiny break, and he is acting so dramatic about it, and I'm like, "Are you serious? My whole shoulder was broken and had to be reconstructive and had surgery, and I wasn't that dramatic."
I got nothing for you. Yeah.
He's like, "It hurts." And I'm like, if it was more serious, they would have gave you pain meds instead of telling you to take ibuprofen.
That's true. Just look at him and say, "Walk it off, son. Walk it off."
I was like, okay. I told my husband, I said, when we were growing up, we were told, suck it up and walk it off.
Yep.
Move your arm. It'll feel better.
Yep. Put a little dirt on that boy. You'll be all right.
And I'm like, this generation would not have survived when we were younger. Not at all.
Yes. Yeah, they can't.
Like they can't even go outside without a device in their hand.
It's true. Hopefully they got lead line glasses if they go out tonight. So
no,
the only thing that'd be left is their eyeballs.
I asked that doctor at the hospital, I was like, can I give him an ibuprofen PM and send him to bed? She was like, yeah.
There you go.
I gave him an ibuprofen PM at 8:30 and his little self is in bed. I am not staying up all night listening to him.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
I was like, when I was younger, I was told to suck it up and move on.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, they do too, but like my kids, because of the fact of how society is now with you can't send your kid outside without worrying about someone's going to snatch him.
Yeah.
Especially like where I'm at, because I'm not far from Cleveland, and those girls were snatched up in that house and put in the basement. And
yeah, for like 20 years or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, like we've drove past that house and it gives off creepy vibes. And I'm like, and here recently someone tried to snatch a woman up like a mile from me. And I'm like, no, my kids aren't. Nope.
Wendell says he never went to the doctor until he was 48 or 58. That explains some things, Wendell.
I mean, we're just as bad with our devices too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've been doing a lot of doom scrolling since I can't get on.
But like my son, he got suspended from school. The one who broke his clavicle got suspended from school, so we took his phone from him.
Oh,
the way he screamed, you would think he was dying. I'm like, really? Who are you going to call? You don't have no friends. I mean, he got friends, but you ain't got no friends to call.
They're all online.
It's like they're playing Roblox. Go play Roblox with them.
Yeah. We stayed out till dark. I played football and a girl tackled me and broke my knee, and I literally broke my knee. I was not going to let it show. I played some more of the game. It got dark, and I rode my 10-speed bike like 2 miles home using one leg because I couldn't use my left leg.
I mean, we were sent outside and told to come in when the lights came on. I shattered my knee in high school and still walked home from school because my grandfather said, "You're fine, get up and walk home."
I was not going to let a girl know she tackled me. Now, to be fair, she tackled me into a manhole cover. We were playing city ball, street football, and I hit that Iron Man Nova cover just right.
See, all this stupid stuff we did growing up is why we hurt so bad now.
Yes.
So maybe my kids and this generation will live longer because they're not doing all the stupid shit we did.
They need to pay for our Social Security. So raise their Social Security age to 72 so we can keep going.
Oh my.
Yeah. But I ran a call one time. This kid couldn't have been 8. And my knee apparently was made out of cardboard. I hit a manhole cover in my defense. A manhole cover. We were playing street ball. I went up for a tackle, or I went up for a catch, and she tackled me. She brought me straight down, and I right on that. Anyhow, I picked up this kid. He meets me at the door, and he says, I want to go to the ambulance. I'm like, well, it doesn't exactly work that way, Junior. First off, I need your parents' permission. Second off, I kind of need to know what's wrong with you. And I go inside, and it was a non-American family, and there's like 50 of them around the house, and they're all laughing and pointing at this kid. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be a good story. I sense this one. All right, well, I need to know what happened. And he said, it's my pee-pee. Oh, what about the little fella? He said, I dropped the toilet seat on it. I'm like, oh, well, that can't be painful. He's like, do you want to see it? I'm like, no. Let's just give you a ride to Children's Hospital. Which adult is going with him can keep their composure? We got the hospital. They're like, well, did you look at it? I'm like, no. That's your job, not mine. So,
I'm just bringing him to you. Have fun looking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
oh my.
Yeah. I can imagine that would be very painful. And I've also run the zipper one too. Yeah. So.
When my nephew was little, he thought he would put Icy Hot on. Yeah. He thought it was lotion. And then he comes out and he's like, it burns. And I'm like, what burns? He's like, it burned. I'm like, what did you do? He said, I put lotion on it. I said, it don't smell like lotion, honey. What tube did you use?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You were smelling the tube, right? I want to make
you know how Icy Hot you could smell the Icy Hot because it was strong. And he's like he put so much on it you could smell the Icy Hot.
So did he finish or
I don't know. I don't want to know. He was like, it burns, and I'm like,
I almost want to try that. No.
What were you using? He's like, that tube in the bathroom. I said, the Icy Hot?
Oh,
he said, that's what it is?
It's for sore muscles. So.
He was like, "What do I do?" I said, "You have to let it wear off." I was like, he said, "Can I take a shower?" I said, "Yeah, but that might make it burn worse."
Yes, it probably will. So, yep.
Oh my!
How did we end on masturbation stories? We're starting on horror stories and we're ending on masturbation.
Because that can't be horror.
It can be. So it's because our audience is finally engaging us. That's what it is.
Exactly. Oh, my gosh. Wonder what my viewers that are on the asylum are thinking. Hello, the asylum with Harley viewers, say hello.
Yeah,
I know who you are.
They're saying, who the hell is this strange guy on the other side of the screen? And why is he talking about masturbation?
No, for information, I have full-size balls.
That's right. Yes, I do. So.
Well, so we did the roast of Jeremy for his birthday here recently. And it wasn't that great, but we'll make up for it next year for him. So last year we did a boob episode for him.
Oh.
Well, all the females was blurred, and then we had a few of we have Michael Colby. I don't know if you know these people. He's another podcaster. And then we had Kevin from the Mod Squad, his, and someone else's. Nipples. Well, their boobs, the whole front chest, like without a shirt on. And that episode got flagged because of the males.
Yeah.
Because I didn't blur out the male nipples. I'm like,
I got in trouble for posting a picture from a magazine that was online that was not even NSFF or whatever, FW, whatever it is. And I got flagged for that. And I still have people complain about that one.
Well, I had them complain about the male nipples. I'm like,
this was a model. It was see-through. I didn't even.
Most of the ones that I posted were female celebrities that were in nude scenes on movies.
I'm still in Facebook timeout in certain places for that. So that was back when we did the Misfits, though. So we don't do that anymore. We need to, because I could really use a laugh every now and then. So,
well, here soon, me and Glenn will be having a show of our own together.
That's right. That's right.
We're still in works of what it is going to be. No clue yet, but
it might be masturbation. I don't know.
That'll get us banned right there.
Well, no, we'll do what all these other shows do. It's the M word.
It may just be a show of us sitting around and bullshitting.
It could be. So
to be a celebrity, all it takes is to getting naked. Well, I think they might turn and we might get banned if we got naked because
nobody wants to see me naked anyhow. So
yeah, me neither. So
I'm all hairy and stuff. So Mrs. Sportcat said I had to get a haircut before the wedding, my daughter's wedding, because I'm going to be in the pictures and I'm threatening to wear a purple suit. So she says that you have to get your hair cut. Yeah, see, even Soul, one of my best fans, she doesn't want to see me naked. So
when is your daughter's wedding?
It's Father's Day, ironically enough. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm supposed to give her away for the second time. I told her I done gave your ass away. What the hell do I want to give you? Just go to the justice of the peace.
My daughter got engaged last month. And her and her boyfriend went on a long engagement, and she's going to have my oldest son walk her down the aisle.
Aw. Yeah.
And then she wants to do the whole mother-daughter dance instead of the father-daughter.
Yes, that's what I was just at. My daughter asked me what song I wanted, and I said Last Dance with Mary Jane. I mean, it was like instantly to mine.
Okay, so growing up with her, she and me had this song. It was from Mamma Mia. And the slipping through my fingers, that was always my song for her. And then she sends me this little clip off of TikTok, and it's a mother and daughter dancing to this song. And I'm like, let me guess.
Aww.
You want to do that? She said, how did you know? I said, because that was the song that I had for you growing up because she's the oldest and now she's moved out on her own, going to college, about to graduate her first. Like she's going to Tri-C here in Ohio and she's about to graduate that. And she's going to transfer to Cleveland State to finish her degree. Because Tri-C is like you get the basic and then go to the big college.
Gotcha.
Because she wasn't ready for the big college when she graduated. So she's going to finish her degree at Cleveland State.
Is she going to get married before she does this?
She wants to finish college first.
Okay, that's probably best because she may end up having a little too much fun at some college parties.
Well, her and this boy has been together for a very long time. Like he's been with her through the college and all of it. And he's really nice. But like, okay, off the record here. I love him to death and I love his family to death. But with he's got Tourette's and then like our family has autism and ADHD and bipolar and all this other stuff. And I'm like, your babies are going to be very fun to be around.
Yeah.
And
Hello, Brenda.
she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, autism with the Tourette's.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty fun.
Just remember, they're going to be taking care of us in the nursing home. So,
well, my oldest son, I don't ever see him moving out. So he'll be taking care of me in my house.
Well, I guess that's nice. The change depends. So.
Oh my God, I hope not. Okay, guys.
It's a skill.
I'll ask you for advice on that.
Yeah, I'm getting that close. Wendell gave me some advice, so yeah. He said, just lay missionary and take it. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, Wendell? He's like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, we do make a good combo. We should do this more often. So
I know. Because normally my shows with Jeremy are only 30 minutes.
Oh, hell.
And then I get bored.
We've won an hour. Wow,
Jeremy, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
Ha! Hey, Jeremy, I got a message for you.
With all love and respect, we're just
yeah, absolutely.
No, he's probably driving home right now.
Again, I was distracted. College parties are stupid shit happening to me were a big factor in his past. Yeah, it depends. College parties are different. Yeah.
I didn't get to do any of that. Like I had my daughter at 18 and then I had my oldest son at 21 and then shortly thereafter the other two came. So I told my kids, because my youngest is 14, he'll be 15 this year. So I told my kids, when I'm in my late 40s out wilding it out, don't say nothing. Just shake your head and say, okay, Mom.
Yeah.
I said, because I didn't get to do any of that because of y'all.
I did later in life. Mine was later in life college experience. I was the pervert of the college experience.
Well, because let's see. 4 or 5 years, my youngest will be 18. I'm just now turning 40, so.
Good Lord, you're young.
So I'm good.
Brenda thought we were at a party. I am at a party. I just Brenda knows where I'm at all the time. So,
but with my gastric bypass, I could only do like a couple sips and then I'm gone.
I haven't drank. I need to drink that. I found some Tennessee watermelon wine. I might try that.
I have a small, like one of those little travel size of something in the freezer.
Shay, we missed you. So this was impromptu, Shay. It wasn't planned.
I've invited you to episodes before and you ignore me. So
it's like all my women. So
hello, Shay. I mean, if you want to join, you can. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, we can. I mean, Wendell would be more than happy. So
yeah, if you.
Well, that's because I didn't know until about 7:54.
If you want to join us, send you a link. We're just bullshitting now.
Yeah. We talked about all the scary things, and so I'm not. I told you which one I wasn't a fan of. So I'm telling you need to do an episode on the monkey's paw. That one scares the living shit out of me. So,
Well, I'll do an episode on the monkey paw, and you can join for that
and
one.
I think there's an actual movie about it too. So Brenda says she wants in too. So we keep this up, and we'll just have a misfit gathering. So.
Well, you'd have to send her a link. I don't have her. Just go down to the bottom where it says invite.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know I had this power.
Yeah, you got powers on the show.
Oh, I did not know I had power. Now I got to find Brenda. See, Brenda doesn't. She never just answers my messages. So, all right. I sent it to Brenda. I put it in my normal group. Where is that? I'll put it up here. Anybody wants to drop it? Yeah, we're just BSing at this point. So, I guess I could, since we actually now have people in the chat that know some of my story. I've been dark because of a family issue, and I was hoping to come live this Wednesday, but I don't think that's going to happen. So it may be another 2 weeks, and hopefully, I know this sounds wrong, but I will be in my home studio. So I don't know, but
if
yeah,
things work right.
Yeah, well, every time I say that, so
something comes up, and
I've been here since like March 12th.
Forever.
So, oh my God, it's Brenda. So yeah, I've been here since like I think it was March 12th, and so I'm ready to go home.
Welcome to the asylum.
Oh, that's my favorite place to be.
That's why you're in the padded room now.
She fits in.
Right.
She's one of us.
I need my jacket. I'm cold.
You're in Texas. There ain't no cold in Texas.
It's 69 degrees in my house.
Well, that's your fault. So
yeah.
Here in Ohio, we haven't got really hot at all. Like we've been in low 50s. At night, we're in the 40s.
I used to live in Toledo, so I know what that's like.
Were you a stripper there, Brenda?
No, I was not. I was married. I was married to a man that made lots of money, so I was good to go.
Oh, well.
That's always a good thing.
I need to find that too. I'm not a man though, so
I need a sugar daddy.
I found that nerds make better money. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, they do.
And they're always willing to help.
They're good with their hands.
But I don't know yet. I'll find out.
She's like, I don't know.
Oh my God. So everybody, most of my show knows this is Brenda. She was one of my co-hosts for a while, but she ran off and left me. I still love her though, even though she tells people I'm in padded rooms, and so she comes in every now and then to my shows. So
I would say Toledo strippers probably make good money.
Not quite as good as Vegas strippers, but yeah, I would think so.
I was searching for a news story about Gatlinburg, and apparently there's a service that this is a true story. See, I go down these rabbit holes. It's on X. You can rent a stripper to come into, like if you go to the mountains and rent a cabin, you can rent a stripper for the night to come to your cabin. And I was like, this almost makes me want to go get a cabin.
I was going to say, if Glenn disappears, he's in the woods.
With that stripper.
It's just you, sir. I only got a 20, baby. Work it off. So.
Right?
Now, when I was younger, my grandmother got my grandfather a stripper. And this was in Oklahoma. And this was the nastiest looking stripper I've ever seen in my life. Like, you know how when they get the boob job and they're too big and like all the veins are just bulging out because they're too big?
Yeah.
Well, that was her. And then she was old, and then she was trying to wear G-strings and the little nipple covers. And I'm like, this is nasty. And I'm
butt
like,
wrinkles, you know.
yeah. And I asked my grandma and my mom were both like, why did you get him a nasty one? She's like, that way he won't want a good one.
Ooh,
I was
Grandma
like,
knew what she was doing.
I was like, but then that's just going to make him want to go find another stripper since you brought him a nasty one.
I don't know. He might have learned his lesson with that one.
Well,
good possibility.
Here's a real question.
No, Jamie, she was not from the Red Dog.
There's a place in Atlanta, and I'm sure, Wendell, you know this place. It's called the Claremont Lounge. It's on Claremont Road, just outside of Atlanta. It's just outside, literally like a block outside of. And that is the place where strippers go to die. That is where you will find every old stripper. And that place, you have to get a reservation. I swear to God, to get in. There's so many people on it. And there is not a stripper there under 50.
Wow.
Jamie, is the Red Dog the place where they have like the really big strippers?
I would go there, Glenn. I would go there.
The Claremont Lounge.
I would too. Out of curiosity, I would, just to see if they're still able to clap it and do all the stuff.
No. I would go there to make money because you know how funny it would be for a one-legged fat bitch to get up there that's, like almost 60 and fall over. I think that's great. I'd pay for that.
I just tried to picture that tripod.
Now on the stage, everybody, IHOP.
That's your stripper name, IHOP.
Oh, wow. Yes. They're old and rough. Oh, my. Well, yes, I know there's that one in Oklahoma where they have like the really big girls that you're scared are going to get on the pole and the pole's going to bend. Because they're that big.
Hard pass.
No, that strip club, it was packed every time we drive past it because, well, there is a big girl fetish now.
Even fat chicks need love, okay? Just saying.
Exactly.
I'm not
but
arguing.
Not by Wendell.
I'm not by Wendell. Wendell loves everybody. I'm not going to throw dollar bills at that. I mean, we can make the arrangement later, but no, I ain't throwing $1 no.
Glenn get his face all up in the big old booty jeans.
Oh no. I have a horror story about that. I think it was the first club we ever went to in Maryland. And in Maryland, you could be younger and go. I was already younger to start with. I was probably like 16. And we go to this club and this very, how do I want to say this? Large, anti-Caucasian woman took a shining to me. And she put a breast on each shoulder and was dancing. I'm like 16. I don't know what to do. I don't know, a touch here, and then she clapped so hard on each side of her breasts that I thought I was going to be knocked out. I was like literally deafened for like 5 minutes. And she's like, "Did you like that?" I'm like, "Where the hell am I?"
What?
What? Then I got punched by one because I didn't know the rules, and apparently I touched the wrong place, and it was only a 1, and that was a 20 hole, and I got punched for it.
I'd put mine on your shoulders, Glenn, but they would just roll off your back and land on the floor.
I didn't know there was rules to that. There should be a sign. You can't touch here unless you give a $20 bill. I was like, I was 16. That was back in the day when you could have fun. So
yeah. They don't let youngins in there now.
We were 16. We were going to DC in the clubs. We were
that's like DC. Okay. So Oklahoma's the Bible Belt. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I went to see Magic Mike in Oklahoma.
Oh God.
Biggest mistake ever. We'll never do that again because they were in boxer briefs. And I'm like, if I wanted to see a man strip to boxer briefs and pay this much for it, I'd watch my husband at home strip to his boxer briefs. I paid to see him strip to the G-string and the thong, not the boxer briefs. But I live in Ohio now where you can strip down to pretty much anything.
I think Virginia, you have to wear pasties. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. But yeah, it was Maryland. And we used to go to it was a bar in a basement. It's probably the biggest fire trap in town, but we could get beer there, and the ladies served beer in their bras and their panties. And we were kids. First of all, we were kids getting beer that shouldn't have it. Second off, we were like, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Good God. I want to go to a strip joint with Glenn so bad. I just want to go.
Hilarious.
The last time I went, I was the sober guy. And I was going, it was for Knoxville Fire Department. It was for their recruit class. I drove the van full of a bunch of rookie firemen. I should have known better. I seriously should have known better. Well, I'm just sipping a Coke. They're getting hammered, having fun. And every now and then they'll pay for me to have a dance. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I'm not here for that. I'm here for you guys. I'm just kind of watching anyhow. Make sure y'all don't do anything stupid. So this one gets rather loud and says, because they're paying attention to all the other girls, well, why don't you like me? And I'm not exactly clear on what the rookie said. She turned to me and said, are you with them? And I said, well, yeah, I'm kind of like their escort or whatever. And she turns and she goes to kick me in the head, like full on hi-ya with her damn high heel. I dodge, I grab her leg. I got her leg jacked up in the air, and that's right in my face. And then comes this guy running at me at about 6'4", 320. What are you doing? Shit. So I'm the one that got thrown out, not the drunk fireman, and I was sober. And I didn't do anything to her.
You grabbed her foot.
Yeah, she had a stiletto coming at my forehead.
Yeah, right. I've seen them take out. There was one.
Not a chance.
Took her stiletto off and swung it at this guy and hit him right in the eye. That was not pretty. They get vicious. Let me tell you, them girls ain't,
Oh, I've run calls at strip clubs. Some of the best fights I've ever seen have been in the back room of strip clubs. They beat the shit out of each other.
I watched one dancer knock another one out with a freaking caboodle.
Wow.
Okay. What's a caboodle?
It's like a box that's see-through that they have to take so you can see what they're bringing in and out of the club.
They hold their makeup and like hair stuff and.
Yep.
Okay.
She mouthed off and the girl just swung that caboodle. About 10 minutes later, we're on the floor slapping her face, trying to get her to wake up. She said, what happened? I said, you done got knocked the hell out by a caboodle. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. So I sat in the van. If rookies got in trouble, they were on their own.
I like the way they stick up for you there, sober driver.
I would have just left him there.
Right? I'd have been like, y'all find your own way home. Leaving.
A couple of them were friends, so I couldn't do that. If it was just the whole class, I probably would have, but like 3 of them were my friends, so damn it. Stupid. Yeah, and to this day, when we get together, they tell that story. They're like, we were a drunk one's raising hell, and he's the one that got thrown out. So I think that was the last time I was in one. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, besides for calls, I've run calls in strip clubs, but I think that was the last time I was in one. So there's some good ones here in Knoxville.
How do you know how good they are if you haven't been in one for a long time?
I've ran calls here too. So I've run calls in both Knoxville and I worked in Knox County for a long time. So
what are you doing behind my back, Lynn?
I'm cheating on you.
You bastard.
See, I'm turning 40 and I haven't ever been to an actual strip club because, well, I had my kids young. So
I did too.
Didn't get to do all that. So
I got underwear that's 40.
Oh, God. Now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. Jesus criminy.
Everyone get Glenn underwear for Christmas. He needs new ones because they're 40 years old.
He prefers silk SpongeBob boxers. Uh-oh, hang on.
Whoa. Something's grabbing your other leg, Brenda. Something's getting her. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had silk boxers. Huh.
I heard they chafe.
It's powder. Put powder on everything. So
my little monster hates the neighbor. He goes out front, smokes cigars, and he doesn't like the smell of them. Come here.
I thought it was attacking your one good leg. So.
Oh no, he doesn't do that. The only one that does that is my cat. And she's up on the bed right now, so I'm backing up so I don't get a repeat of what happened last time. Yeah. Evil one. Satan lives in her. I know he does.
Satan fire old underwear talk. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or both.
Well, no, we didn't hear Ginger. But that was funny. She did bark at that one time. So,
yeah, she barked when we were talking about the thing that ate animals.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be good. I don't like things that eat animals, really.
Yeah, we were talking about the chupacabra down in your area, Brenda. So.
Oh, that little guy, huh?
And then when we were talking about the Slenderman, his lights went off.
Yes, they did.
I like him. Yeah.
My middle son is 15. And he's like almost 6 feet tall and like this big around. So I told him we're going to dress him up as a Slenderman for Halloween this year.
Well, thank God a lot of the younger ones don't really know about him too much. So it's not like anybody.
My 15-year-old does. Like, he's obsessed with that type of stuff. And like they play all the video games that has the Slenderman in it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah. But like nowadays kids they play those games with him in it. There's all kind of weird games.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We used to play like war and have like real looking guns that today you get shot for. Yeah, we would have real looking rifles shooting at each other, paintballing. Well, no, we would actually shoot each other with BBs. So yeah. This is a rough life growing up. Went to strip clubs, got shot with BBs. I had a tough life. DC's hard, man. DC's hard.
We got to live our lives outside, playing in mud, roller skating, bicycling, breaking bones, falling out of trees. These kids nowadays don't know how to live.
From the top all the way down the leg. Yeah. I mean, nowadays you can't send them outside because someone in a big white van's going to pull up and snatch them.
Well, no, we had that problem when I was a kid too. That didn't stop us.
I know, but it's more common now than what it was when we were younger.
Well, that computers.
I think we would have fought back too.
Oh yeah.
Our generation, we wouldn't have went down quietly.
Yeah.
And we weren't stupid enough we weren't stupid enough to walk up to the car with someone saying, "Here, you want a piece of candy?"
True.
Well, what she look like?
Yeah. Glenn would have been like, oh, she's got boobies. I might not have to go check that out.
Hey, I didn't know a lot of these things. I was a bag boy like in my freshman year of high school for Safeway. And I was, it's back when we actually had paper bags. I know you probably don't know what that is, Harley, but
no, they have paper bags up here at Aldi.
And we roll it out to the curb, and when they would pull up, I'd help them get their groceries in their car. This one lady, she gave me a 20 before we went out there, and she says, "I want you to know, honey, I got an itchy cooter."
Oh,
man, I don't know what kind of car that is.
Oh my God.
If I'd only known. I thought it was a sports car.
I have a daughter that is almost your age, Harley. So yeah, I had mine when I was 16. It was like, I was so glad too, because then by the time she got old enough to take care of herself, I was old enough to be able to go out and do whatever I wanted.
Like my oldest just turned 21 here in January. And then I've got an 18-year-old and then a 15 and 14. So by the time they get 18, I'm only going to be like 45, 46. So I'm good.
Oh, yeah. You'll relive your childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them, I was like, when y'all see mom out wilding it out, just turn your head and walk away.
Don't ask questions.
It's like, I'm sorry, I spent my younger days raising y'all little assholes. So
you be a cougar.
Exactly.
Shh, we don't tell that.
Oh, well. What do they call it for a guy?
That would be me. What?
What is a guy? If a woman that gets
pervert.
I have been told that multiple occasions.
I don't think they have something for an older guy.
No, they don't.
No, it's just woman.
They call them cradle robbers.
Yeah. They call y'all cradle robbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yep.
guilty. So it's a good thing Mrs. Sportcat never watches my shows. So.
Probably.
So, yeah, well, I always get in trouble for saying, one story too much. So
she would be messaging me on Facebook saying, "Would you please take him?" That's what would happen.
I haven't been home in like 8 months. It's been a long time. So
I know you might not even live there anymore. I bet they changed your address and moved your mail out.
It's funny.
He'll go home and all his stuff will be in the shed in the back.
Yeah.
I'm getting mail here now. Like, I've been here
Told
too
you.
long. Amazon has brought stuff to me in the boonies.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us.
He'll go home and there'll be someone else in his place and his stuff's outside and the locks are changed.
I was in the hospital losing my leg. I got out and my apartment was done. He packed up all of my stuff with his and took everything. I was like, okay,
And you could have saved him money. He would only had to bought you one shoe, half the pants.
I'm telling you.
Think
I
of the
get half,
savings you would have had.
yeah, I get half off on pedicures now. I'm telling you.
Well, they only have to do one, so
That's true. That's what I told him. You don't have to work twice as hard.
Right.
it's like, why should you have to pay for two?
Yeah. I mean, if I got to pay full price, I'm like, you guys are going to have to pedicure my freaking nub, okay? And I don't think you want to do that. So half price, you get 1 foot. We're good.
Wendell, at my son's graduation, those high schoolers that were graduating said 30 was old.
Yes.
Yeah. When we were younger, we used to say that.
I was like, wow.
So to sound really bad, I'm in a group that is post memes all the time. And last week or a week before was Teachers Week. And they had put a poster together of all the teachers that have went to jail for doing things with their students. And it was Happy Teacher Appreciation Day. And I'm sitting here looking at this thinking, where the hell were they when I was in school?
That's what my husband says. He's like,
Is that
"Where were
wrong?
these
I'm just
teachers?"
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know
that
about
right?
your teachers, Glenn, but all my teachers were like 80 years old, okay?
Mine were too like old and
Yeah.
wrinkly and not ones that you would want to.
Yeah, I think I only had like one or two that I could put in the spank bank. So yeah, that's probably about right. So
But teachers nowadays, they're like, my daughter's doing early childhood education. And my daughter's a pretty blonde. And so teachers nowadays are getting younger and
got any pictures?
he looks like me, but blonde.
I'm sorry, Harley. I can't take him anywhere. It's just it.
Your audience, Harley, is gonna be like, don't bring this guy back.
No, actually, my
Get rid of
audience
him.
will be fine with it. You got to thank who my co-host is and some of the stuff he says.
That's true. So that's true. But I am cuter. So
Wendell's
He comes
already
up with
screaming,
some-
"Get that crazy woman off of there. Shut up, Wendell."
he's six. Wendell is 64. Holy cow! I didn't realize that. That
that's
is
too,
old.
that's too old for me, Wendell. I can't do that. Way
Chris
too old for me.
Wouldn't have asked that. Chris, I started to send you the meme, but
And if you don't believe me, ask my ex-husband. He just turned 34.
you are a cradle. You're a cougar. So
Okay, I make sure that they can at least buy alcohol, okay? As long as they're legal limit, I'm good.
Got to send them to get the alcohol and
what scares me is how
smokes
many
and the
you
wacky
have.
tobacco.
You have what, like 6 exes?
3.
Oh, you must have a lot of boyfriends because I've heard some stories.
Yeah,
about you.
I have. In between, yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, they my age cannot keep up. Simple as that. It's just the way it goes.
It's just the
Sorry.
way you say nub.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I worked at a strip joint and I would
See?
take, after I lost my leg, and I would take the guy's money, right? And I had stood up on the chair, and they seen that I was missing my leg. And this guy's like, can I touch that? I'm like, ew, no. He's like, I'll give you $20. I said, ew, no. He's like, I'll give you 50. I'm like, you know what? You came here to look at the naked chicks, not my nub. Go inside and leave me alone. So my friends are like, when you go to work tomorrow, we're putting a tassel on your nub, and I want you to sit there and wave it around. And I'm like, oh my God. You guys are sick.
Well, you got to think, guys nowadays have weird fetishes.
Yes.
Like, weird fetishes. Like,
Yes,
there was literally someone who bought a bag that this girl farted in for like $500.
No. Really?
Seriously. She farted in this bag, and he paid $500 for her fart. I'm like, they pay for dirty bath water and dirty underwear and dirty socks. And I'm like,
and if anybody needs to know and wants to know where to get any of this, go see Wendell. He's got them all in his closet. Just saying.
He's offered that to Shay, I think, but
well, that's why he's not allowed to sleep under the porch anymore.
So, Brenda, I just want to know, have you ever like rolled up to a guy and said, "Want to see my nub?"
No. And
you should do that. You should do that in a Chinese restaurant.
Excuse me. Hey. And I'll lift my pant leg. You want to see my nub? You want to rub my nub? Let's rub nubbies.
Oh my God.
We can chopstick.
Yeah. Right?
Harley, we've ruined your show.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm not allowed to act like this on my show, so it's okay.
This is the asylum. If we don't offend one person, we're not doing our job.
Right?
I think I offended Chris tonight. He's like, what? I wouldn't.
What did you do to Chris?
Well, apparently I shouldn't have said that. So I don't know.
Leave Chris alone. Don't you pick on Chris, Glenn. We'll have to have some words.
He's my. We were messaging each other during the Tennessee softball game today because I was pissed.
Probably. I see this.
Well, no, it wasn't for that. It was for the officials. So we did that later. But yeah, they were trying to cheat Tennessee. So I was yelling. It was ugly.
Well, for those joining us from the asylum, we have Glenn and Brenda with us tonight. Joining the fun conversation.
Yeah, 3 separate shows here. The Sportcat shows, Beyond the Box, and the Asylum with Harley. So
hey, see, that works. Look at that.
It's a threesome. Hey, and I'm in the middle.
You wish.
Well, you're in the corner.
Well,
in the corner. You're in the corner.
Yeah, you're in the corner and I'm on top. So there we
go. You're busted. Yeah, God only knows I couldn't be on top.
It's like you're in the corner watching. That's all you get to do.
And you're not allowed to have a camera.
Just give me a minute. That's all I need is a minute. So.
Yeah, that's it. Just a minute. I know.
That's it. Then I'll go get a beer and I'm done. So
Jeremy, if you're watching, you're missing all the fun.
Yeah, Jeremy. Good funny people come on. So.
Where's Shay? I thought Shay was going to come up here.
I know. I sent her an invite.
And I put it in the Misfit chat. So anybody there wanted to join. So
she looked.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's mad at me. I'm cheating on her with another woman. So
wait, what?
I literally didn't know until the softball game was on until about almost 7. So it was right after 7 that I found out.
So basically, this is where all of us extra of your women are going to find out about somebody else.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, you're busted. Come on, Shay. Hurry up. Get up here. Let's get him.
As long as Amanda doesn't join and beat me up, I'm okay with that. Because
come on, Amanda.
She was a professional wrestler. She would kick my ass. So,
hey, don't forget to ask her if she wants to join in on the Asylum's wrestling theme song bracket.
Okay, all right, I will. She's She was doing another show about wrestling. I forget what it was, but there were actual wrestlers on it. So it was like a professional one, not like we have.
I want to ask her if she knows somebody that used to wrestle. So
Probably does. She was pretty popular. So
He's in an OG.
Yeah. See, yeah. I guess I could say her wrestling name. It was Siren when she wrestled. I remember it. So, I mean, I guess I could say that. So, sorry if I'm not allowed to, Amanda. So,
what are you looking at, Bug-Eyed Creep? What's the
it's not like you can't go Google it. So, it's Wendell's over here.
Oh, Wendell. Wendell's like, is there an address? He's looking for another porch to live under.
No, he did get to Wendell her. So when we went to see the premiere of Land Between the Lakes with Greg Ogles, when we went to see the premiere, Amanda was down, but we went over to Alabama, me and Mrs. Sportcat and Amanda and her husband, and Wendell was there, and he Wendelled us. So
what is a Wendell?
You know you've made it when Wendell walks up to you, takes your picture, walks away. Sometimes he doesn't even know who you are. So that's what I started terming it. You've been Wendelled, because then you show up on his Facebook page in a blurry picture with his thumb half in it. So
I'm going to have to check out his Facebook page. I haven't been there for a while. I don't know how many pictures of butts he's got up there.
Oh, Lord.
Just walk up.
He did ask you a question, Brenda. He wants to know if you know the difference between an orgy and an OG.
Yes, I do.
I don't, but okay.
You don't?
No.
I'm how many months older than you, and you don't know what that is?
You're pretty old.
That's not nice. Okay, Glenn's going in timeout. There we go. He's in timeout.
Damn it. I can do that on my show. Damn it.
Damn it.
It's fun to good to me.
You're still in timeout. It's okay. I got you. You hussy. You're a male hussy.
Yes.
You little male hoe, you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah.
Spreading your seeds everywhere.
There was a day. There was a time. There's a certain grocery store I will not shop in East Tennessee, but that's another story. So,
I need to tell my dad. Don't shop there. I know somebody that was having sex in the back and all over the food, down the aisles. You know,
it's a frozen food section. Yeah, so, that's all
so
good.
you were back there bagging the chicken lady.
The butcher. She had her knife out. I was a young lad.
Wendell said, tell him, Brenda.
Huh?
Wendell said, tell him.
Tell you what?
What's the difference?
An OG is somebody that is like, Amanda, Billy, the guy that I'm talking about, who also went back and made music. He's a very popular and wealthy podcaster now. And an orgy is like me, Glenn, Harley, Shay.
I'm in so far.
I would say you, Wendell, but I would have to tap out on that one. You're too old. I can't do that one. I don't want no old man gray prickly hairs in the bed. Okay, doesn't happen. No, thank you.
I'm out. There are no crossing streams.
We'll just shave you. Okay, we'll just shave you.
I got razor burn. I'm out.
What happened here, Glenn? You have oh my God, you have a rash.
I put powder on it. I don't know. I was going to put icy hot and see what happens. So.
If you just keep doing it, it doesn't rash up anymore, and it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. So.
Yeah.
Harley is like 8 shades of red.
If you are joining us for the asylum, enjoy the fun conversation.
This poor woman has no recollection of you and I together in the same freaking room.
No,
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah. I was hoping even Andy would join, but I sent it to everybody. But
I don't know if he's on his sleep time yet. I sent him a link to my show Friday night.
Oh, okay.
He said he
there
was
you
gonna
go,
be
Glenn.
there.
it's 2 or more covers. Oh, gee, it's 2 or more covers. One guy sitting in the corner and saying, "Oh, gee, none for me." Well,
That's a joke.
That would probably be me. So. Well, there was this one time in Canada, but that's another story. So my credit card was declined.
Wonders never cease to amaze me.
It was a bad time. It was a bad night. I can't. Wait a minute. Yeah, I guess I have been in a strip club more recent than that. Yeah, it starts. Canada strip club.
I told you.
So. Yeah. My card was declined, so I walked home. I am so happy I did.
I want to know how you were using a card in a strip joint. I mean, what were you doing?
It's apparently legal in Canada, or at least saying it's a massage or a chiropractor or whatever. So.
I have a friend, him and his wife are in Canada, and they want me to marry them so that they can be citizens of the United States.
Well, no,
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat.
I had an offer similar to that a long time ago, but that's another story too. I have a lot of unique stories that I should write a book. So
do a whole show on Glenn's unique stories.
There are some that are interesting. Yes, there's some.
The life and perversion of Glenn Jackson.
I was thrown out of a gay. Well, it wasn't really a strip club because they only got down to like their panties or something. So it wasn't really a strip club. I got bounced out of there too. So I was like 16. So
you got to stop running around chasing women like this. You just can't do that.
Well, you see, that's actually how I got thrown out. So, this lady kept buying me Jack and Cokes. And I'm like 16. I mean, I don't know how many it took. They served them in little glasses anyhow. She was buying them. She was blonde. She was cute. And things were approaching. And I may have been a little inebriated. I can't swear to it. There's a good possibility. There's a possibility. And what might have happened is I might have asked for proof that she didn't have an outie instead of an innie. And I was probably thrown out the club, down the stairs and out the club at 14.
Oh my.
16 years old. Yes, that was me. And my freaking friends stayed up there.
And you were seriously really only talking about her belly button, right?
Absolutely. So,
yeah. I believe it for some reason.
Her face in my mind is still a blur. I wish I could see it because maybe it's some of those traumatic things that I need to talk to about counseling. But yeah.
No, that happens when you hit your head on the way down the stairs when you've been thrown, Glenn.
Downstairs was the biker bar.
Well, they threw you into the right spot.
I exited quickly.
Not moving fast enough there, sir.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was. I can promise you on that one I was. I felt safe upstairs. Downstairs, no. I
would have felt safer downstairs, but that's just me.
Wendell was with the deer watching. That's probably a fetish too. So
deer watching?
Yeah, Wendell said he was making love to a woman in the woods and had a deer watching them.
Wendell, I'm a little worried about you right now.
It's okay. At least it wasn't a guy in a bunny suit or a man with a hook.
Guy in a bunny suit.
The man with the hook, he sticks the hook on your door, not your door, while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So he's probably watching you. That leaves the hook for.
Did I tell you, Glenn? Okay.
You can't masturbate with a hook.
I got new equipment, and I use earbuds now. And my second screen will be here Thursday. I'm upgrading. I'm going to learn how to use the OBS so I could run my streams off of OBS.
You could teach me OBS. I have not figured OBS out. So
I have some friends that are nerds that are teaching me. It's great. I told you, nerds are good. I believe it now.
I like the point and click, that easiness. So
they said they can teach me how to do it in 2 clicks. So once I'm like, look. They tried to teach me with using only one screen, right? So I shared the screen with him so he could see, and he goes, "What happened to your OBS? Why is it set up like that?" I said, "I don't know. I just downloaded it." He said, "You need to uninstall it." So I'm on Discord doing this, right? So I go to uninstall it, and what do? I uninstall my Discord too.
She's picking up guys on Discord. What a cougar.
I finally come back, and he's like, "Where did you go?" I said, "You're not going to believe this." He goes, "What?" I said, "Well, I got rid of the OBS, but I also got rid of my Discord." And he's like, "How did you do that?" I said, "I touched a button. That's all I'm going to say." He said, "Boy, this ain't going to be easy with you, is it?" I said, "Probably not."
I've had to pay money to say those words. So
yeah, right. So yeah, I'm excited. My daughter says, "I'm so proud of you, Mom. You're learning new things." I'm like, "Shut up."
Cougar. All right. Well, I got to get out of here.
Yep, probably me too.
Okay, guys. Well,
thank you for having me. It's been fun. It's nice to meet you.
You want to tell them where they can find you, Brenda?
Oh, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Rumble.
She's easy.
Beyond the Box. Yeah, I do. I'm getting into doing more of like some paranormal stuff and different stuff like that because I had to lay off of the Survivor thing. It was getting to me mentally too bad, so I had to switch up.
I trained her well. So
you trained me well.
Okay, my followers on the asylum, go follow her and go follow Glenn.
Yes,
and tell them where they can follow you.
Just don't follow him into a strip joint.
Yeah, you'll get kicked out.
If anybody wants to send me pictures except you, Wendell, I'm talking to you. So feel free. You can find me at the Para R normal 3 words and guys with a G. I do a daily show. Well, I will be doing a daily show, probably coming back in about 2 weeks. I'll update everybody soon. And we make fun of the survival shows. So like right now they're going on about how you're going to be zapped. There's going to be nothing but skeletal remains if you look at the northern lights during this. So it's too easy. They get thousands of views. It's too easy. So I do that every day, make fun of them. And then we do a little bit like I'm briefing the president, some news, and then we go into some stupid stories and stuff.
And this is what I got to say about that, Glenn. We're all going to die. Let's all go get laid. And I guess we can even give Wendell a pass.
Here's my thing. And here's my hook with that show. That's my daily show from 1 to 3. My hook with that is these guys talk about how the world's going to end, but yet they schedule a show tomorrow. So yeah, we have fun with that. And then Wednesday nights when it returns, it's the Para Our Normal Guys. We've been doing a run of authors here lately, some really best-selling ones and some good ones, really good ones. So I'm happy with them. Yeah, and you can find me there, or if you want to send me a message, you can find me at Sportcat or at Sportcat Medic, most all places. So.
And those of you who are not following me on the Asylum with Harley on Facebook and YouTube, go do that, because come October, we will be doing a giveaway for my 40th birthday of one of these custom skulls that you could pick how you decorate.
Nice.
My friend Lisa will be making it, and she will decorate it however you want it done. This is my Harley Quinn one.
If I go win it, I'm going to do Deadpool.
Okay, guys. Well, that does it for this episode of The Asylum with Harley and Joker. Tune back in next week, and Joker should be back. Hopefully. If not, I'll snatch Glenn again.
That's what they all say. I'm easy.
Okay, bye. See you guys later. Bye.
This is different. Kick me out. I don't have